and this is Tuesdays with Morrie. The second Tuesday, we talk about feeling sorry for yourself. I came back the next Tuesday, and for many Tuesdays that followed, I looked forward to this visit more than one would think, considering I was flying 700 miles to see the long-dying man. But I seemed to slip into a time wrap when I visited Morrie, and I liked myself better when I was there. I no longer rented a cellular phone for the rides from the airport. Let them wait, I told myself, mimicking Morrie. The newspaper situation in Detroit had not improved. In fact, it had grown increasingly insane, with nasty confrontation between picketers and replacement workers. People arrested, beaten, lying in the street in front of the delivery trucks. In light of this, my visits with Morrie feel like a cleansing rinse of human kindness. We talk about life and we talk about love. We talk about one of Morrie's favorite subjects, compassion, and why our society has such a shortage of it. Before my third visit, I stopped at a market called Bread and Circus. I had seen the bags in Morrie's house and figured he must like the food there, and I loaded it up with plastic containers from their fresh food takeaway, things like vermicelli with vegetables and carrot soup and balava. When I entered Morrie's study, I lifted the bags as if I just robbed a bank. "Food man?" I bellowed. Morrie rose his eyes and smiled. Meanwhile, I looked for signs of disease's progression. His fingers worked well enough to write with pencil or hold up his glasses, but he could not lift his arms much higher than his chest. He was spending less and less time in the kitchen or living room and more in his study, where he had a large reclining chair set up with pillows, blankets, and special cut pieces of foam rubber that held his feet and gave support to his withered legs. He kept a bell near his side, and when his head needed adjusting or he had to go on the commode, as he referred to it, he would shake the bell and Connie, Tony, Bether, or Amy, his small army of home care workers, would come in. It wasn't always easy for him to lift the bell, or he got frustrated when he couldn't make it work. I asked Morrie if he felt sorry for himself. "Sometimes in the mornings," he said. "That's when I moan. I feel around my body. I move my fingers and my hands, whatever I can still move. And I moan what I've lost. I moan the slow, insidious way in which I'm dying. But then I stop moaning. Just like that. I give myself a good cry if I need it. But then I concentrate on the good things still in my life, on the people who are coming to see me, on the stories I'm going to hear, on you if it's Tuesday, because we're Tuesday people." I grinned. "Tuesday people." Mitch, I don't allow myself any more self-pity than that. A little each morning, a few tears, and that's all. I thought about all the people I knew who spent many of their waking hours feeling sorry for themselves. How useful it would be to put a daily limit on self-pity. Just a few tearful minutes, then all with the day. And if Morrie could do that, it's such a horrible disease. was such a horrible disease. It's only horrible if you see it that way. Morrie said, it's horrible to watch my body slowly wilt away to nothing, but it's also wonderful because all of the time I get to say goodbye. He smiled. Not everybody is so lucky. I study him in his chair, unable to stand, to wash, to pull all his pants. Lucky? Did he really say lucky? During a break, when Morrie had to use the bathroom, I lived through the Boston newspaper that sat near his chair. There was a story about a small timber town where two teenage girls tortured and killed a 7-year-old man who had befriended them, then threw a party in his trailer home and showed off the coppers. The cops. There was another story about the upcoming trial of the straight man who killed a gay man after the latter had gone on a TV talk show and said that he crushed on him. I put the paper away. Morrie was rolled back in, smiling as always, and Connie went to lift him from the wheelchair to the recliner. You want me to do that? I asked. There was a momentary silence, and I'm not even sure why I offered, but Morrie looked at Connie and said, can you show him how to do it? Sure, Connie said. Following her instruction, I leaned over, locked my forearms under Morrie's armpits, and hooked him toward me as he lifted a large log from underneath. Then I straightened up, hoisting him as I rose. Normally, when you lift someone, you expect their arms to tighten around your grip, but Morrie could not do this. He was mostly that way, and I felt his head bow softly on my shoulder, and his body sat against me like a big damn loaf. Ah, he softly groaned. I gotcha, I said. Holding him like that moved me in a way I cannot describe, except to say I feel a seed of death inside his shriveling frame. And as I laid him in his chair, adjusting his head on the pillow, I had the coldest realization that our time was running out, and I had to do something.